Hey there, I'm Brandon. This is Dirt Church Devotional. You know, some of my favorite trails to ride, and maybe some of you are like me, favorite trails to ride are what I call the why trails. They're the trails that you're going along and all of a sudden you find yourself asking, why? Why would somebody put a trail here? Why would somebody build a trail like this? Sometimes even more importantly, why am I even riding this trail? I love those trails because they're challenging and they're miserable and there's a potential for danger. I love it when you're on a really tight single track and you've got a wall on one side and you got nothing but gravity on the other, and there's potential for death if you make a mistake. There's switchbacks and there's holes and there's mud. And I love those trails. I used to tell my son that the three elements necessary for a good trail ride are the three R's: rocks, roots, and ruts. They make it miserable, but it's fun. You say, why? And here's the reality. Here's the great thing about the why trails. They make your easy chair back home so much better. They make the fireplace or the fire pit at camp so much nicer to sit around and relax. And you can think back about the experience you had on the why trails. Now, some people don't like them, and some people say, well, you could die. Well, I got news for you. We're all going to die, so you might as well just decide to live until you die. All right? I mean, live it. Live life. Jesus said he came to give us life and give it to us in abundance. So let's grab it by the horns and live it. All right? So anyway, back to the why trails. Here's the reality of life. Spiritually, we're going to be on why trails at times. We're going to find ourselves in places where we're asking, why? Why am I here? Why am I doing this? Why me, Lord? What have I ever done? Why do I have to go through this? Why? It's a 2-year-old's favorite question. Why? And although we're supposed to be childlike, we shouldn't be childish. I'm not saying it's wrong to ask why. We have a lot of wondering. We wonder why and what and when and where. When is all this going to end and where am I going to be? Can I clue you in on another W that's really important? It's the who. If you know whom you serve, if you know whom you're following, it makes the what, the when, the where, and the why tolerable. You see, the reality is the why trails in life, whether they're on a motorcycle trail or it's on a spiritual journey, the why trails are the places where you experience the most growth. The why trails are where your skill improves. The why trails are where you learn to lean into the who in your life. Now, I've got a 5-year-old grandson. He's riding that little 50 back there. And he loves to go on trail rides, and he wants to ride on trails with Papa. And so I take him on trail rides. And I take him on some trails that his grandmother wonders why. Why are you doing it? Why do you take him on that trail? It's too hard. But you know what? You know what this little 5-year-old guy does? He smiles, he pushes on, and he trusts because he knows his Papa is right there. If he gets in trouble, his Papa's going to pick him up. If he gets his bike stuck, his Papa can get it out. If his bike dies, his Papa can start it for him. His Papa's going to be there, and he's not going to leave him. And so he can enjoy the why trails. So let me ask you, who are you following when you're on the why trails? If it's Jesus, understand this. He said he'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you. You may wonder why. You may wonder how, when, where, and what. But as long as you know who you're following, you're going to be okay. You're going to come out stronger. He's going to be right there with you. And when you get off of that why trail and you're able to sit down for a little bit, you're going to be able to look back and go, wow, what a ride. All right, chew on that. We'll talk to you next time.